The 1983 anime Dorvac produced two mecha designs that became absorbed by Transformers as Whirl and Roadbuster. Roadbuster being a recolor of the Calibur. And this is my attempt to make a modernized 1/24 scale version of it. It started life as an oversized knockoff of the Jeep Bumblebee, which, other than the head and the chest, which I fixed via 3D printing, it really reminded me of some of the shapes of the original Calibur. You can see the shoulders, the forearms, even the stripes in the legs. Just the overall layout was pretty spot on to my eye. So I figured I would get one and see what I could do with it. And here we are. Let's take a look at the results. I started off by disassembling them and putting this nice gunmetal gray everywhere that was a robot part. And of course the yellows are the original. The orange is painted on with just rattle can, simple stuff. And you can see here, compared to this 1/24 scale soldier, how large he is. That is pretty good scale for the original Mugen Calibur. You can see compared to a Wheeljack Deluxe, and this is another 1/24 mecha from the Hexagear line. So you can see, for my purposes, he stacks up really well as the robot mode of the Mugen Calibur mecha. Now, prior to this project, I did have the Mastermind Creations R23, and it is a really cool toy. I love it. Good size. It's really well made. I like this a lot. But even though the height is good, the overall proportions didn't really match up, and obviously it's the wrong colors. The head, I tried to use the extra head on this body originally, but found I had to print one to make it the right size and shape for my liking. And the whole head is made out of a transparent blue plastic. I did paint the visor green, but the idea was to have some light piping or install an LED, which I haven't done yet, but I have several of these heads that I'm still working on. And the chest, it's still loosely attached. I still need to glue that, but you can see I just made a couple of wings to replace the ones on the original toy, and looks pretty good in my opinion. Now, because of the paintwork and everything else, he's kind of delicate, so we're going to transform off camera and take a look at the vehicle mode. That way we can avoid any paint scraping. And this is no surprise. It's unchanged from the original Bumblebee mold, which was a Willys era Jeep. All I've done is color in some of the little details, the steering wheel, the bips and bobs, the little metal handles and whatnot, just to kind of give it a little pop. Despite the fact that it transforms almost completely different, the color layouts also worked out well. Didn't really have to vary much from the original Mugen Calibur paint scheme. The driver on the left, you can see this is where the real problem is, which is to have the mass for the robot mode to be correct. The Jeep mode suffers in terms of proper scaling. Compared to this Alternator's true scale Jeep Wrangler, this is way too big to be a Willys Jeep. Overall, if you compared this at true scale, Willys are tiny. It should be maybe 3/4 the size of this Wrangler. And if we bring in a figure here, now it really illustrates the difference between the oversized Jeep on the left and the proper scale on the right, which is unfortunate, but I can live with it. If we bring back in the Dykamus figure here, now that is more what you would expect it to look like in terms of profile. Low and mean. I really do like this figure, and the repro labels really give it a pop. I want to get another set and put that on my custom. It'd look really good here along the sides and everything. And maybe I will modify it so it has a more correct cockpit configuration. I'm not sure. There's some other project I want to work on, so I'll probably leave it as is. The only real problem I have with this mold is these never close correctly. I can't quite get the legs to squeeze together. I think from watching other reviews that might just be a problem with the mold itself and not anything I've done, but if you don't have that problem, let me know. Maybe I just screwed it up. Certainly, I'm no expert customizer, but I have really enjoyed working on this project, and I think that with a few tweaks, it could be really good. So let me know what you think. Criticisms are always welcome, suggestions, anything. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and take care until next time.